Simply want to introduce myself. Welcome to Big Red Leads. I am Big Red. Um, like I said, this is actually going to be my first YouTube video. Now, with that being said, like I said, I have other content out there as far as just videos in general. Just trying to give the people the information that they need to make themselves a better individual, better person, better man. Mainly, I do a lot of content for young men, especially. Just growing into manhood, and I do touch on aspects of just being a better human being in person overall. So, with that being said, like I said, I just want to introduce myself. Like I said, I am Big Red. This is Big Red Leads. With that being said, let's jump right into. I'll give you a little bit of background of who I am. If you do like the content, please like, share, definitely subscribe. Um, Today, I literally just got off the phone with a few clients of mine, and we're touching base on. We were talking about relationship as far as to their employees and their partners, their business partners. Now, this conversation that we're going to have right here is going to be very short today. Basically, touches base on a lot of the things that I tend to get into, especially if I take someone on as a client, helping them get a better understanding of their surroundings, what's needed in their environment to truly be successful for themselves, as well as push the envelope as far as broadening their horizons and their environment to create wealth, whether that be financially as well as building a better life around for themselves as well as those who happen to be a part of their life. So, um, understand that today, like I said, this is going to be a very short video today. Relationship is everything. People have a tendency to overlook these things as far as what do you mean by a relationship is everything? Well, you have a relationship to human, group to group, um, to even inanimate objects. You have a relationship to your job. I work a job as well as I consult on the side. I have a couple other businesses and things of that nature as far as what I actually do outside of just consulting. So I'm a man first. I'm I am all these things that today's society would say I'm a little rough around the edges, but uh, understand that I'm a man of, I believe in honor, integrity, and just being truthful in the space when you share that with others, because I believe that they're owed that. Respect is one of the utmost things that I truly portray within myself, so it outwardly shines on others. Um, but with all that, like today's society has become a little bit more self-absorbed, and being selfish is one thing, but being complacent is another. I want more for myself, so I become more. I want more for others, so hopefully them being in my presence will push them, and hopefully they can see what's really out there for themselves. If you want more, you have to become more. That's what it really comes down to. Expansion and growth and multiplying on what you can become and what you truly are, even in the moment when you, let's say, are at the bottom and you have nothing to look forward to. You always have something to look forward to. As long as you're breathing oxygen, um, the sky is the limit and the limit is the sky. That expression has been used 1,000 times over. I think it's more appropriate today, just due to the fact that people only limit themselves. You limit yourself mentally, and your spirit becomes mentally shrunk down. You emotionally you limit yourself. You're not able to be vulnerable in the space when you need to communicate. Now, what is your relationship to the people that know you best? Like, what would you describe that as, and how would that dictate to you how you move forward in the relationships that you are trying to connect with when it comes to your own personal growth and becoming a better human being? These are questions that I normally ask um, to clients just when we're getting started so we can see where you are so that we can create a path for you individually as to where you need to be going forward. Are you genuinely honest with people? Are you honest with yourself? Um, do you waste time on things that are not important with simple distractions, as well as just being convoluted with things that are unnecessary in your life and they're not helping you grow, become better? Want even even simple things like ambition. Ambition can be quantified in a lot of different ways. What are you doing with your ambition? Are you putting actions to your plans? Like, you can write down all the plans in the world, schedule, I'm gonna stick to this, but if there's no discipline there as to taking this action, or massive actions and steps towards actually achieving a goal, whether it be relationship in business, relationship in boyfriend, girlfriends, husband, wife, relationship to your children, relationship to your job, your employee, your employer, or your employees, if you are a business owner. Um, what are these things that are holding you back from becoming the best version of yourselves? 95% of the time, it's you. It's you. And when I say it's you, we only limit ourselves here. Unless you are elderly and you can't function, um, as far as any like physical tasks and things like that in nature, it's most of the time it's mental. It's what's blocking you. And to be honest with you, a lot of the times, when I'm talking to a client, what they deal with most of the time, not all the time, there's no absolutes here. Most of the time, what they're dealing with is doing the task, taking on the jobs that they don't like, doing the things that they hate. I've heard that word probably in the past 10 years with dozens and dozens of my clients. Charles, I hate doing this. So they outsource it, which is fine in business, but also understand this in business. You need to know how to do the basics of that job, just in case that person who was taking over, let's say this person is running your ad department. If you don't know how to run ads yourself or promote yourself, that person will become so valuable that if they were to leave, your business would suffer. That's a lot of artists that I work with. Artists are a prime example. They know their art. They know they have mastered the art of artistry. They have mastered that. They have no clue what you're talking about when it comes to sales. You do not have a business if you do not have sales. Sales is number one. It should be number one at the top of everyone who has a business, who is thinking about business. It should be at the top of the list. If you don't know sales, and if you cannot create sales or attain sales, you will be out of business. It's that simple. Knowing that, you are constantly selling yourself on whether it be potential clients, prospecting, things of that nature. Like, you have to open yourself up and understand that my relationship to sales is what keeps my business not only afloat, but thriving, growing, if you will. So, when you talk about relationship to yourself, this is what we're talking about today, this brief message. Do you relate to others? Do you see yourself in others? Do you see potential in others? If you do, then you are simply recognizing yourself. And what I mean by that is, if there's a young man who comes and works with me at my company, there's something in him that I automatically recognize. there's a quality or a characteristic that this individual may have that I simply love and adore. At the same time, the flip side of that, there's something in this individual that is either lacking in the space, whether it be just simply experience, knowledge, or there could be some habit that they have that might just irk you just a little bit, or me for in this case. Now, what I'm simply saying is, will I overlook that, or will I try to apply the discipline that it took me to get where I am? Will I apply that to that individual and see how they handle it? Now, most people, they see something bad in an individual or something that they just simply don't agree with, whether it be a characteristic or a personality trait, and they simply cut that individual off, not realizing that that is a part of you that you simply have to work through. We are simply mirrors walking through this life. Someone comes into your life and they are simply showing you a part of yourself that has either been locked away or it has not been brung to the surface so that you can actually see it yourself. You know, let's say love is blind, love is blind. You know, you're not seeing the flaws and the things that would, quote unquote, actually cause you to push away that individual or that thing that is drawing attention to you. So understand that once you understand the relationship with yourself and you can master that, do the things that you hate doing first, because then you can build up the mental calluses to simply just continue to push forward. That way, when something really bad happens, you're able to just kind of go ahead, move forward, continue to move forward, and you've already dealt with hardships and difficulties that might have come along the way that has held you back in the first place. So I'm going to cut this video short today, but understand that I'm here to help. I'm not perfect by any means, but I've been through enough and I have enough experiences in business, in personal relationships, and even family matters. There are people who simply say that I am wise beyond my years. I thank them, but at the same time, the more you know, the less you know. Those who get it, get it. Those who don't, you'll catch up soon. So I hope you enjoyed this little short introduction, if you will, to myself. I will be producing content on almost on a daily basis, just to kind of touch base with the people. And like I said, Big Red Leads is where this all happens. So I will have individuals. We will do some interviews. We will have financial gurus. We will have people who are in the spaces that they have mastered. You will be able to see and hear from these people as well, as I further get along as far as content and just producing it. Love you all. Talk soon. Like I said, I hope this helps. Like I said, this is simply just an introduction. Welcome to Big Red Leads. With that being said, please like, share, subscribe to the page. Have a great day, and I will definitely talk to you soon.